Hi, I'm Dr.KK, Assistant Professor of English, Vivekananda College, Kanyakumari. It's my pleasure to present this micro-teaching session on digital humanities. This session is specially designed for the micro-teaching assignments at UGC-MMTTC, Dr. BAMU, having in mind the undergraduate English literature students. We are living in a world where artificial intelligence, data analytics, and digital learning environments surround us. The humanities, traditionally rooted in books, libraries, manuscripts, and human interpretations, are also evolving. The emergence of digital humanities marks an important shift in how we read, how we research, and how we understand the world of literature and culture. It is here that literature, culture, technology, and analytical tools come together, which we are going to explore during the next 10 minutes. What are digital humanities? Digital humanities is an interdisciplinary field that combines the traditional study of humanities with digital tools and computational methods. If humanities gives us questions about meaning, culture, beauty, history, ethics, and language, digital humanities gives us new way to explore and answer those questions. In simple words, digital humanities ask, how can technology help us read better, understand better, and interpret better? It does not replace the human mind. Instead, it argues our capacity to analyze. Digital humanities involves text mining, building digital archives, mapping places in novels, visually, literally visualizing the relationships and analyzing characters using digital networks. It's a way of taking classical humanities into the 21st century. And there arises a question, why should English literature students read or learn digital humanities? Now, this is very important. Firstly, digital humanities strengthens analytical reading. When we read a poem or a novel manually, we interpret based on our personal understanding, our training, and our reading habits. But digital humanities tools allow us to notice patterns we could otherwise miss. They help us see the frequency of certain words, the emotional tone of a text, or a structural design of a narrative. Secondly, digital humanities improves research quality. It allows students to generate evidence-based interpretations. Instead of saying Tagore frequently uses the word light, student can show a digital analytical analysis proving how many times the word appears. Thirdly, digital humanities increases employability. You can see today industries expect graduates to have digital literacy. When a literature student knows how to analyze data, visualize information, or work with digital archives, they become more viable and they have great demand. And finally, you can see the digital humanities prepare students to function meaningfully in an AI-driven society. To understand the transformation better, let us compare traditional humanities with digital humanities. Traditional humanities deepen the knowledge depending on close reading, where we have a slow, careful reading of the text sentence by sentence. It depends on interpretation, intuition, and the human ability to read between lines. When students read Gitanjali, they understand spiritual longing, the gentle search for the divine, and Tagu's imagery of light and love through emotional engagement. Digital humanities, on the other hand, supplements close reading with data driven insight. It allows us to process an entire collection of poems or novels simultaneously. Patterns that are invisible in a single reading become visible through computational analytics. For instance, if we want to know how often Tagore used the word like light, love, or world, digital humanities tools can tell us instantly. If traditional reading is like examining a single leaf, digital humanities allows to see the entire forest. In digital humanities, scholars work in several major areas. These include text mining, digital archiving, mapping literature, and data visualization. And also, it includes the social networking analysis. Each area enhances our reading and understanding in a unique way. You can see the text mining helps us extract patterns from text. Digital archives gives us access to rare books. Mapping literature helps us visualize the geography of novels. Data visualization allows us to convert text into charts and graphs. And the social network analysis helps us understand relationship between the characters. All these areas support and complement the ideas that reading literature in the digital age is not just emotional, it is also analytical, structural, and visual. One of the most popular and powerful components of digital humanities is text mining. Text mining refers to using computer-based tools to identify patterns in large quantities of text. Imagine taking a novel like David Copperfield, hundreds of pages, and asking what theme dominate the text, which adjective appears most often, how does the emotional tone change from the beginning to the end. Here, text mining tools such as Viant and Coq or Python's NLTK library can answer these questions quickly. For example, if we examine Gitanjali, we may notice, as I said, the recurrence of the words like light, love, heart, God, and world is be there. The recurrence itself became a part of analysis. It tells us that the poet is constantly returning to spiritual illumination, human emotions, and you can see the cosmic relationship between the self and the divine is just understood there, but it is better understood through digital humanities. We now move on to digital archives, another important area in digital humanities. Digital archives make rare text accessible to everyone, regardless of geography or social background. Students from anywhere in India can access Shakespeare's original folio, rare Tamil manuscripts, historical documents, and thousands of literary works. Thanks to Project Gutenberg, which offers over 70,000 free digital books. And the Library of Britain or the British Library, so digital collections, provide manuscripts dating back hundreds of years. The Internet Archive preserves audio, video, books, cultural artifacts, and even the websites dating back for some 10 years. So through these resources, knowledge becomes democratic. A student sitting in Kanyakumari can access the same digital library that a student in Oxford or Harvard is accessing. So now mind mapping is another fascinating development in digital humanities. Many narratives rely heavily on physical locations, countries, villages, cities, forests, and landscapes. Using GIS tools, we can visually map these locations. For instance, David Copperfield is a novel where you can find Dickens has traveled along with the character across Europe. Where you can see here, it marks the places of wherever David travels. His childhood home in Suffolk, the school in London, his escape journey to find his aunt in Dover. You can visually understand the geographical dimensions of the narrative. This helps the students appreciate how physical space influences character development. So you can find the novels are full of relationships. name it friendships, conflicts, alliances, and emotional bonds. So, social network analysis allows us to create visual diagrams of how characters interact. In Sense and Sensibility, for example, the Dashwood sisters form the core of the network. Characters like Edward Ferrars, Willoughby, Colonel Barton, and others create connections branching out from them. So you can see here the social network analysis helps students understand which characters are central to the plot and which are in the periphery, and how emotional dynamics shape the story. One of the advantages of digital humanities is that it does not require coding knowledge. There are many free and user-friendly tools available. As I told already, Viant is one of the chief tools, which is excellent for text mining. We have the Google Norm Viewer, which helps us study how words change across centuries. And the platform called as Palados is useful for building maps and networks, which we find in any kind of literary text. The software Gephi helps building beautifully detailed character network graphs. So you can see. Also, Canva allows students to visually present the digital humanities findings. Omeka is a wonderful tool for creating digital exhibitions. So students can learn these tools easily and apply them to their coursework, presentation, and even to their research projects. So digital humanities is not only about using tools, it also shapes the intellectual personality of a student. You can see this digital humanities develops critical thinking because students must interpret data. It enhances the digital literacy, which is essential in today's workplace. It encourages interdisciplinary learning by combining literary analysis with technology. And it improves creativity because students present textual ideas through visual forms here. And you can see that digital humanities is gaining importance in job markets too. So students trained in digital humanities can pursue careers as digital archivists, content analysts, museum technologists, e-learning content designers, digital librarians, and even computational linguists. So the modern world values individuals who can combine language skills with digital tools. Digital humanities equips English students with exactly this. Of course, digital humanities is not without challenges. Many students lack training, some institutions lack infrastructure or high-speed internet. Some students hesitate because they believe that digital humanities requires programming knowledge. There is also a digital divide between the urban and rural regions. But these challenges are not permanent. With the right training and resources, digital humanities can become accessible to all. Fortunately, digital humanities challenges can be overcome. Free online courses are available through Swayam, NPTEL, and Coursera. Many digital humanities tools require no installation and work even on basic smartphones. Peer learning makes digital learning easier. Colleges can organize workshops to introduce students to digital humanities tools. Digital humanities becomes simpler when students explore it without fear. So to summarize, digital humanities blends technology with literature to create new ways of reading and understanding text. It helps us visualize themes, map plots, analysis, analyzing character networks, and explore text at a deeper level. It prepares students for modern careers and makes them digitally confident. Digital humanities encourages us not only to read literature but also to see it, measure it, map it, and visualize it. As Lasso Safiro beautifully says, digital humanities is built on openness, collaboration, and experimentation. That spirit must guide us as teachers and learners. So, I thank you very much for joining me in this micro teaching session. I hope this session has given you a clear understanding of digital humanities and inspired you to explore literature through digital tools. Literature belongs to the past, but digital humanities helps us take it into the future. I take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to the director, Professor Dhanashree G. Mahajan, the Assistant Director, Dr. Muhammad Abdul Rafi, the coordinator of this refresher course, Dr. Beena Sengar, and I thank you all for admitting me to this course and for your meticulous planning and coordinating and the cordial uh, assistant whenever we are in need of. I also extend my thanks to all my fellow participants for creating such a welcoming and comfortable environment throughout this course. Once again, I am Dr.KK, and I have been traveling with you, and it has been my distinct pleasure to engage with you today. Thank you.